Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards this week. Let's see what's going on for Cancer. First card out the deck was the Hanged Man. So decision making are in order. And this is very Piscean Neptune energy. So this isn't a decision you need to be stressed about. In fact, it may be a decision you're looking to make and wanting to make faster, but just given the players, the scenario, whatever's going on, there's a need to kind of assess and not rush the decision, because ultimately this decision is going to transform something major in your life. So I'm actually getting, you don't need to rush. I think it's really kind of like the opposite, is you guys are just like, I'm trying to plow ahead, and just like you're getting that with either opposition or confusion, more than likely, kind of like Neptune-y energy. And that will pass, but it actually is serving you for a reason. So I think essentially you can re-strategize or really flesh it out before you take action on something. It's like, don't be afraid to just sit and rest on it for a little bit longer, because there's something valuable to be gained in that. All right, so let's get a storyline here for Cancer. What is this about? And it might be moving forward into a larger commitment, either at a job or in a relationship. For some of you, it may have to do with purchasing a house or signing some sort of long-term contract regarding your home or your living space. Some of you may want to teach something, like start a class, or especially something more spiritually based, almost like a yoga class or something to do with like the body and physical health. It could be nutrition. Anyway, I know, not for everybody. Random hits. Here we go. What is the storyline here? General messages for Cancer. What is the best thing I can tell Cancer? You're showing up. See, I even love this too, because it's saying there will be action. Like you're in your car driving to get there, or to, in metaphor, get to this point, get to this destination, achieve this goal. But this is a very necessary part of the process. So don't, I hate to say don't, like I'm telling you what to do. It would be advisable for you to understand that this opposition is serving you, serving a greater purpose. I'm almost getting this idea that there's a missed opportunity that, or okay, that's what it is. You're fearing that you're going to miss out on this opportunity. If you don't grab it now and claim it as yours, it's like, well, what if it's not there when I get back? What if this person is taken? What if this job title gets filled, or this job role gets filled? I'm almost getting, it would be a blessing for that spot to close up, or for that thing to not be available to you. And here's why. Because there's something better you're supposed to go after. And it's almost by taking that on that role, that job, whatever, that contract, at a point in time where you were a little bit antsy, you were getting bored, and you were just wanting to jump at the first thing, because I think you so desperately want change. You want to feel that transition. You're going to miss out on something bigger that was meant for you. But here's the high vibe to that. You're never going to miss out on what is meant for you. So even if some of you, whatever, you just got into a new job or a new relationship or a new contract, and you're hearing this going, wait a minute, is that? No, then okay, you did it. So there's no big deal. I think though, even if you were already in that job or that relationship, you're already kind of looking around and assessing, ooh, is this really what I thought it was going to be? Is this my long-term home? And I mean, that's up to you, Cancer. My gut reaction is no, it probably isn't, but that's not a bad thing. So don't make it that, right? This is about perspective. Thank you. 10 of Cups. This is about exactly what you make it out to be. So you can look at this new job as, I rushed in and now I'm miserable and this is my life, this is my story. Or you can be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to stay here a few weeks. I'm going to give myself a little time to adjust, to transform or adapt, really. Thank you. Adapt to the situation and see if I see value in it. And maybe I will. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be like, you know what? I'm a peace out, because there's something else out there that is better for me. I think more than likely that's what you guys are going to find out. And then again, for some of you who are teetering on the point of getting into something big, something that really, it's a big step in your life. It would allow for a lot of transformation. I would just caution you, don't rush into it out of boredom or out of, I just need to shake things up, right? Out of sort of this like extreme, I don't know what you want to call it, extremism. 10 of Cups. Oh yeah, there you are. Trust your intuition, Cancer. I can tell you that till I'm blue in the face, but you know that's good advice, right? You are very good at weighing things out. As much as you think with your emotions, you're also very logical too. Like, I just picture the crab. You do strategize in a way, right? And I think you strategize in a way where you get comfortable with, okay, well, what's going to make me happy? Can I see myself doing this? And again, like, am I jumping too soon? Very like Libra-esque energy, Libra, weighing things out. Like, is this going to be my downfall? Will this be a tragedy? No, again, it's what you make of it. But all the more reason to think before you act. There might be another Cancer coming in for you. If this is romantic, there's definitely a Cancer thinking about you. Cancer thinking about Cancer, or maybe Pisces. It could be Pisces as well. Yeah, so a message comes in to blend cups, if that makes any sense. A message comes in to bring together two people or two opportunities, again, work, romance, whatever. But again, there's a period of, am I ready though? Did this come too soon? Do I know what it is? Like, do I have room for this in my life? There could be even an opportunity that comes through that would involve a lot of travel, and some of you are not ready to take on that role or that responsibility. And maybe it's just, again, the idea of getting comfortable with it. Like, do I really want a job where I travel all the time? Like, do I see myself doing it? I honestly, Cancer, I think, like, you can take this however you want, but there's value in at least trying it, because again, not moving out of fear of, well, I don't want to make the wrong mistake, so I'm not going to make a mistake at all. You're going to be waiting around a long time for any good opportunity if you're constantly overthinking it, and I think some of you are. And I don't mean to muddle the message, I don't mean to confuse you, but again, there's balance. Think about it, but then once you get to a certain point, you need to take action on that, right? I just see you guys really stuck. Possibly waiting on communication from something, especially a father, if that makes sense. Or medical news. Yeah, something to do with, or a career and healing. Maybe you're applying for jobs, but if not, something about medical news. Some of you are waiting on news that, like, it's safe to travel again. So maybe that has to do with, like, what's going on globally. But it may also have to do with, like, I just keep waiting on news, like, is it okay to travel? Maybe you're waiting on your passport or something like that. It's like you're waiting for the green light to go, but you're putting the decision or the authority in someone else's hands. Be patient. That's really what this card is too. I also think this card says, like, angel guides are around you, like the divine is helping to guide you on this decision. There's, like, too many storylines coming up, and I'm frustrated a little bit because I don't know which one is the strongest here, so yeah, there's something very important about, like, I'm sort of seeing a stoplight, so sure, probably metaphors, right? It's like you're in the yellow. Do you see how almost like a traffic light, you have, like, the green, the red, and the yellow? It's yellow. It's like, slow down before you, like, rush through the red light, because otherwise it's like the authority, the decision, in metaphor, guys, like the cops, or there will be ramifications if you rush to get to the destination or to the finish line. I think it's saying slow down, think about it. Again, there's something very valuable in this delay, that as frustrated as you are and you just want to cut the ties so that you can go, I'm seeing hot air balloons. That's so funny. It's something about transit and travel. There's something like, wait, not yet, not quite yet. So let's ask for that then. What's the deal with this delay? I think it really does have to do with having you reassess the importance of something or someone in your life. What is it like? What are we encouraging Cancer to think about? Yes, we want them to be patient. Yes, we want them to assess, but anything more specific? I'm almost getting something about more knowledge, more rules. Have you really read up on this? Have you really thought about this? Are you considering all options? But I'm teetering out with it, but I also don't want you to drown in the information so that you're stifled and you don't want to make any move because you're so overwhelmed by the information. It's like you have to trust your intuition, but arm yourself with, like, the artillery of having as much knowledge as you can about that. Make an informed decision before you move forward. Don't, I hate to say don't. I never mean to say that, but I think that's what this is. There's something, it's like you need to read up on it a little bit more, or you need to go through the contract one last time. Something to do with communications. Check the contract. Read the thing one more time. Go through the website. Research it again. Communicate with someone who's already in that field, or there's something about, like, written skills or communication or knowledge that's going to help you make a better informed decision. Thank you. That's what that is. What's one other thing Cancer can ponder on in this frustrating period of delay? I would argue it doesn't have to be frustrating. That's all about your perspective. That's a matter of perspective. For a lot of you, it's the idea of getting comfortable with it. A lot of you feel called to do something, like the angels are guiding you, if you will, but you're like, oh, am I ready for that? I could also see this as like, fuck yeah, you are, Cancer. Like, this is about like building up your confidence, knowing that you can do it, knowing that you're meant to drive forward. Because ultimately, your card, the Chariot, right? That's a victory. Like, that's like, yes, we got this. And it is a more masculine type energy, even for my female Cancers out there, right? It's like emotional intelligence. There is a really important combination of like your, I'm reading this book and it's perfect, like your thinking brain versus your emotional brain. They need to work together. You can't cater to one over the other. They have to be in conversation with one another. That will result in a victory, right? That will feel good. That is quite literally blending them both together. Even the dark and the light sphinxes, right? Driving the Chariot. It's your light side and your shadow side. It's your feminine and your masculine side, which everybody has. It's like, it's almost like a joint decision internally for you. And that's really important too. Because I almost get the idea that you're past the point where anyone else can really advise you on what to do. It's almost like your angel guide, spirit source, they're endowing you with the power of decision making, of agency, of authority. Like, you're allowed to make this decision solely for you. So maybe you're considering too many other people's opinions. Maybe that's muddling up your thoughts. Maybe you're gung-ho to do something, but whatever. Grandma's like, I don't think you should. And you're just like, oh, well, almost like emotional manipulation. So just be careful who you're sharing your ideas with, and make sure that it's your truth you're acting on and not somebody else's. I think that's really important for you. Don't repeat past mistakes as best you can. If you went through a difficult lesson in the past regarding whatever, a job, a person, whatever it may be, something ended in a way that was very defeating or very underwhelming, and it's saying you may be considering what already has occurred in your life and projecting it into the future. I see this as like jumping to worst case scenario. Well, what if I move and I'm not happy? What if we get engaged and then I get cold feet later and I don't want to go through with it? I really do feel, and this is not always the case, but the energy of this spread, it's very positive. It's saying as long as you're making informed decisions and weighing out your options in terms of what's going to make you happy, you're not going to make the right choice. Everything that is meant to be yours, you don't have to fight for it. It will naturally come in, but it doesn't mean you can just rest on your laurels and wait for the world to change around you. No, you have to go out and make those changes. You have to take action. You have to get in your car and drive there, right? Like, give the universe something to work with so that they can meet you halfway. Others of you, it seems like somebody this is completely different message. Do I even want to go there? Oh my, for time. I will because it's Cancer and you guys are my people. Others of you, it seems like you were waiting on someone and they cut you off. They in traffic, no less, right? No, I'm kidding. It's like you were waiting to hear back from someone. You were waiting to hear a word on a job or a romantic partner, maybe on like a dating app or something like that, and they completely just like they cut you off. And now there's a period of healing, but in that period of healing, which is supposed to be restful and again, like rejuvenation, taking care of yourself, your mind is self-sabotaging because you keep jumping back to the past, and it's a false perception of, it's like rose-tinted glasses. It used to be so good, but really, how good was it if this person really hurt you? I think you're again, teetering this way or that way. You're teetering at the point of putting yourself out there again, but it would involve kind of removing the X, getting over the X. And the thing is, I shouldn't say I think. I know you will eventually, but a lot of you, it's like you're trying to get comfortable with the idea that person isn't in your life anymore. And I'll be honest, based on these cards, like it seems like that's an uncomfortable place to even bring yourself to. I say this with love. I would really challenge yourself to spend time in that uncomfortable energy, because that's where the wisdom will come. In those icky feelings of, oh, why do I feel this way? Like, it's easy to hop in your car and go to the mall so you don't have to think about it, right? But when you actually put time and effort into thinking about all those things that cause that dismay or disruption, that hurt, that whatever, from that, you're going to come to a bigger sense of, oh, well, maybe it wasn't for me then. Maybe that was the universe, God, source, spirit saying, that's not the one. Maybe there was something valuable in it. Maybe really what it is it helped you learn something about yourself, knowledge about Cancer, right? But that's not where the chapter ends. And I think a lot of you are thinking, oh, could it ever be that good again? I promise you it will. It will be even better. This may have to do with a Cancer or a Sagittarius or again a Pisces. So let's just finish that storyline up then. So then what's the deal? I would say let go of your attachments, because essentially it's like you're the, what is it, caterpillar, right, in the cocoon here. You're meant to be the butterfly, but you're like, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I can be the butterfly without my husband. I don't think I can be the butterfly without my old job. But you're meant to fly. There's such an important aspect of travel here too. So even if this doesn't make sense now, Cancer, there's some opportunity that comes around where there's a chance for travel, and I really think the universe, if you will, is saying, go, my child. Like, there's something else meant to be discovered, but by staying in the comfort zone, right, you're never gonna spread your wings, right? You're never gonna grow. You're never gonna develop into that person you're supposed to be. But that's the thing, you will. Eventually, you're going to make friends with the idea that you're meant to soar. You're meant to, and I'm not saying you have to pick up and move to a different country, though some of you might. There's just something about you need to get away from the status quo, because right now it's not bringing you a lot of joy. It's keeping you very stuck or contemplative to the point where you're starting to second guess yourself and your intuition. Put faith in your intuition. Put faith in the universe, and I would really encourage you, go to where you feel called towards, wherever you feel pulled to go. And again, it's becoming comfortable with the idea. Give yourself time, love yourself, encourage yourself to see things from a new perspective. Don't beat yourself up that you got broken up with. Understand that one wasn't meant for me, and like, they didn't choose me, but you know what? Like, I always choose me. I'm going to choose me, right? Value, right? Seeing yourself as the $1 million deal. So if this person didn't see that, it doesn't make them a bad person, right? But it does indicate to you, okay, like, that's not the one, so let's not put any more energy into that. Again, you can be friends, you can never speak to them again. However you choose to rationalize it, that's fine. But always rationalize that you are of the utmost importance, Cancer. I mean, I don't even have to pull cards. What's coming in is your 10 of Pentacles. Y'all know that is, right? That's pretty damn cool. One more card. What is Cancer meant to go after here? What's coming in? What's coming in for Cancer? Movement, change, travel. Cupid's love arrows, right? Extreme forward, swift action. Healing, possibly something with an Aquarius, achieving you're getting closer to your hopes and your dreams and wishes, putting more action and effort and energy into things that you see a lot of long-term potential in. And this is about becoming more comfortable in your own skin. And there's such a message too of trusting that you know what is best for you, for your spiritual path, for your mind, body, spirit, for your health, right? And also having faith in the universe. It's like you are the star in the sky, not this other schmo who let you go, or whatever, the contract that laid you off. And I'm not necessarily indicating that. For some of you, same reason that, or same message I said to Pisces, a lot of you are thinking about leaving. I don't really necessarily think it's severing or firing for all of you. And again, this is so generalized. That's why you got to book a personal, right? If you want to get deeper into this. But a lot of you were catering to the others and what everybody else needed, and you forgot to turn it on yourself and be like, well, what do I need? You need to be more inquisitive about, well, what serves me? What's good for Cancer? Your long-term goals and wishes, don't neglect them anymore. Don't ignore them. Big things are coming in. You're headed towards big things, Cancer. All right, that's what I got for you this week. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. I truly appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you next Monday for more tarot. Bye.